Hi guys and welcome back. Here is a quick roundup of a little session I had with the HMR one evening. I had a couple of hours out and I was rolling through a few fields, just picking off rabbits as and when they presented themselves. This session was actually cut short by me encountering some rural crime on one of my permissions, so I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked to because I ended up having to respond to the police and whatnot and deal with the situation. But we got a good result. We got 2 arrests, so some more rural crime dealt with, and then after that I ended up going out and shooting these rabbits.
Battery's low, rangefinder's
Yeah,
not
the
working.
battery was low on my laser rangefinder there on the Zula, so I had to hold for this rabbit here. Being the HMR, I didn't have to give it too much. And that was that for that evening, guys. Alright guys, I'm back out tonight and I have brought out with me my 223, and this is now sat in a MDT ESS chassis. I've just been zeroing it in there. I've got some home loads here. I've got some 55 grain Sierra Blitz Kings and I've got some 50 grain VMAX which I've just got onto paper, and I've zeroed it in with the 50 grain VMAX simply because I've got plenty of these and I only have a few of the 55 grain Sierra Blitz Kings left. So I've got this zeroed in now at 100 yards. There's a couple of crows in a few fields over there on the next farm that I can shoot on, so we'll pack this up here and hopefully we can get onto the crows over there and we'll see if we can get some action with the 223 tonight. It's the first time I've used this rifle in this chassis, so I'm keen to get it put to good use. So we'll pack up and we'll have a look over the other farm and see what's happening, and hopefully we can bag a crow too. Right, so I've just got up to the farm and there is a few crows still floating around in these fields, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the best use of the surroundings and the environment I've got to me. So with that said, going up there, how good's that? Can't beat it. I'm going to go up there and see if I can see any crows or rabbits. This is a cracking view up here. I can cover a lot of fields from this position. Sun's going down there. It's not ideal because it's directly in front of me, but as this sun goes down and the rabbits start to come out, I'll be able to hit a few rabbits up. It's now 20 to 8 and the sun's literally just gone down. Now, with us bringing the 223 out to test load some of the home loads, I only had 10 rounds knocked up, so I've got 3 rounds left now of the 50 grain VMAX. So I think I'll put these to good use tonight and then I'll go and grab the HMR because I've got that with us as well. So I knew that I wouldn't get many shots out of it tonight, so the HMR has had to come out, but we love the HMR, so it's coming out for a ride. Now, during the day, obviously when I'm spotting with my thermal or even this LRF, this Hawk LRF 400, at night time I can't use this. So what I've bought is, I think it's a Bob Love add-on night vision laser rangefinder. So with that, it'll splash the LRF out, and using the pad, I'll be able to pick up the splash of the Bob Love LRF. It's a bit of a mouthful, that, isn't it? Bob Love. They could have made it more simple to pronounce. But yeah, so with that, splashing the laser out, it'll give me an indication on this LCD screen there, and I'll see the splash through the pad so I can still range rabbits at night time. So hopefully we'll be able to give that a try tonight because I've never used it before, so I'm quite interested to see how that goes. Nothing much was happening on that side there where I was sat up, so I thought I'd come and have a walk down this side of the scaffolding into the wind. As I panned around this way, there was a rabbit sat out there, so I've just shot that. It was only about 60 yards, but I know some people are going to get excited and say, oh, you're shooting rabbits at 60 yards with a 223, but at the end of the day it's pest control. I don't have any, control of what time or distance the rabbits will come out, so I have to take the shots as and when they present themselves. So hopefully we'll get some longer range shots in tonight. But there's the first rabbit of the night. just spotted another rabbit around the corner there, so we'll go around and see if we can shoot that one as well. So we'll navigate through this scaffolding now. It's about 70 yards over there between these two scaffolding poles. We'll try and get in position on them blocks down there like I did before. I spot this fox through the thermal about half an hour later. It's about 300 yards at this point. I give it a little lip squeak and it responds immediately to the call and comes running in. At this point I need to get myself sorted and in position because I've got a feeling it's going to come up through the hedgerow and through that gap like it did.
Oi!
Yep, happens to us all. Right, so after that last rabbit there, I've wrapped things up with the 223 because I'm out of ammunition for that now. So drove back down to a different farm now, got the HMR. Literally, I've just pulled up in the barn and I've gone around the corner of the firm and I've spotted 2 rabbits, so I've quickly rattled them 2 rabbits off. So already we're off to a good start for the HMR. So the plan now is just to have a quick walk around for the HMR, cover a few fields and just go for a walk basically and shoot a few rabbits. So let's see how we get on. I didn't see any more rabbits, but I did bump into this fox after I noisily made my way over a gate. Little lip squeak, and again it came running in like the other one did. It stopped shy about 60 odd yards away from me. Gives just enough time for me to get a shot off at it. Second chances do happen, and I believe that could be the same fox off the other field. Don't believe that. Just making my way back to the van after shooting them rabbits and making quite a bit of noise, and as I'm coming through the last field before I get back to the farm, I spot a fox in the thermal, give it a little lip squeak and it comes running in. With us having the HMR, I wanted it to get in quite close, so I literally let it come in as close as I thought it could without putting the LRF on it, which might spook it, and I dropped it. LRF'd it, it was about 60 odd yards, so just coming up to it here, just see. It's the first one I've shot from my HMR, so I just want to make sure that it's dead before I touch it or anything. Yeah, stone cold. That's a vixen. Little lass. Well, that was unexpected, but a good result, because in that field over there just beyond that fence, that's where all the lambs are, so that's a good fox to take out the equation, so I'm happy with that. Back at the van now, just about to put all my gear away, and I spot another rabbit in the field where I saw the first 2, so I have to oblige. All in all, I've had a good evening out. It was nice to get the 223 out and test them home loads, although I am going to revisit them 50 grain VMAXs, because when I missed that fox, the point of impact was to the right of it and the wind was blowing from right to left, so in theory the wind should have took the round to the left if it was the wind, and I miscalculated that, but it wasn't, it was to the opposite side, so I'm going to revisit that and see what's going on with that. But it was nice to get out for the HMR and bump into this fox and take this out of the equation. Hopefully I can get out and get that 223 back on the money and put that to good use on crows, rabbits and foxes. Thanks for watching guys. If you got this far, I do appreciate it. Take care and I'll see you on the next one.